Okay, so this recording, the audio recording, is not going to be live because I just decided to do the kills and then I'll just voice them over. It's easier. Okay, before we begin the video, I actually forgot to go over the gear, so it's a post-recording of the gear setup. That's why it might look a little different. Okay, so what you're going to want to bring here, for your inventory, I like to bring a super defense, a ranging potion, a prayer potion, 4 Quambrons, and then our blowpipe switch into range. I like to bring the Torg's legs over another range chaps, just because when it's maging, I get hit by range so often that the 80 extra range defense is just so good. And then, as I said, the 4 Quambrons, Rest Sharks, Summer Pies. This is just so I can get over the agility shortcut. If you have 76, you do not need those. This is so I can take the fairing, and this is to teleport out at the end of the kill. So what does my items look like? So Barrel's Gloves, obviously, just use those. Eternal Boots, you can sub these out for basically any mage boots. Ring of Suffering, if you cannot afford this, get recoil rings, but I love this because I'm lazy, and I can just set this many charges so I never have to change recoil rings. If you don't have that, you want to bring 2 recoil rings, a kill, because if it breaks in the middle of the kill, that's going to suck. And if you don't have a replacement. Arams, you can swap this out for Mystics. I think Aram is good, it's cheap, might as well get it. Book of Darkness, nice and cheap too, I think 300, 400k. You can get a Zami book too if you want, but you don't really need that. This one actually has more mage bonus, which is all you're using it for. Trident of Swamp, you can sub this out for a regular Trident too. I like the Abba's Accumulator. I don't bring the Cape Switch. You could bring the God Cape Switch if you want, not really required. Fury, obviously just one of the best amulets in the game. I use Serpentine Helm. You can sub this out for literally any helm, but if you do, you need to bring Anti-Venom. And I don't like bringing Anti-Venom. I like to keep my inventory small, because I don't like switching, because I'm lazy. So I just have this little 3-way switch here, into a 4-way. Alright, and that's my gear setup. I guess I can show you a more welfare gear setup, but this is my preferred gear. So here's the second setup. This one is welfare to all hell. But, if you can't really afford the gear, might as well just do this, get the money, and then you can. So here we go. Oh, look at that terrible range defense. So yeah, just Varrock's Helm, Glory, Fury if you can afford it. Trident of the Swamp is really good. If you can't afford one, you can just use a regular Trident. It only costs 200k to get the thing, and then you just charge it. So regular Trident works just as well. I just don't want to take this off, and I don't have regular Trident to show you. Zami book, if you can, because we're not using bullet pipe because we're assuming we can't afford it. If you don't have a Zami book, just use any book you have, preferably the mage one, Book of Darkness. Mystics, Mystic Boots. You need Ring of Recoils, you're going to bring 2 of them. And Barrel's Gloves, once again, if you can. And this will be your switch. Not that good defenses in comparison, but it's not that bad. If you can get a blowpipe, that is so good. But if you can't afford it, this should be it. And for bolts, just use Ruin or Broad bolts if you can't afford it. Okay. And then you will have our Ectofeel, so we can take the shortcut as a shorty to get down there with some cash. And the rest of the inventory is basically the same. So getting to Zulrah, how do you get here? I have my method that I use. It requires 76 agility. Just take a fairy ring. You can use your quest cape or your house one if you have it. If not, you can also use the Edgeville or Slayer ring. So use a fairy ring to get to BJS, sorry. And you need 76 agility, so I just boost up from 71. Hop over the stone and just walk down here, and then you're a Zulrah. There's another way you can do it. This one takes longer, but way less requirements. So you can either have the Ectofeel or the Explorer's Ring, and you're going to want to take the Charter Boat. Ectofeel is actually the closest one to the Charter Boat, as long as you're done go solo, obviously. So what you can do is you can come here, pay your 2 toll, but if you're done the quest, it's free, which you're done the quest anyways because you need that, so you don't have to pay that at all. Then you're going to want to walk over here, a little bit east. There's also a bank here if you need to drop off, it's right there. But here's the charter boat right here. So this is the closest charter boat I can think of. I used to take this before I got the agility. So you press OK, go to Port Tyrus. It's going to be more than 1600 gold. It's just 1600 because I'm done Cabin Fever. For you, it might be 3.2k. Just make sure you have enough gold with you. And cross over here. We're at the Port Tyrus camp, so if you see, we're gonna go down this way. So head down south over here, and you can just take this path all the way down to the Zulrah boat. Okay, let's get on with the guide. To get there, I use the fairing. I'll show you how to get there otherwise, but this is my method. So you want to go to BJS. You need 76 agility for the shortcut. I have 71, but I just boost my way. See over there? Just take a nice boost. Okay, so Zulrah has 4 different form rotations. You know the form rotation is what's going to be at the second form. Every first form will be range. The second one is what dictates which form it will be and what the rest of the kill will be like. So here we are. We're going to go into the first one. Luckily I brought footage of all 4 forms. So this will be the first form here. Now, in the middle it'll always spawn like that, so you don't know anything yet. You just want to hide here where I'm standing, because this is where gas can't hit you, and where you can be safe from the second form. Okay, so this one is the range form second, so here we go. There's really not much commentary, just watch where I stand and when I pray, and there you go. So this is range form. Enjoy.
City. City.
The journey is about to begin. To the island of adventure we go. Let the music flow. The island of adventure. Drifting away on the open sea, dedicated to discover a place to be free. After thousands of miles, the journey has begun. A new kingdom looms under the rising sun. When the sun sets and day becomes night, a lighthouse breaches the darkness of night. Join the adventure, it's time to explore. The island of adventure, Wish Outdoor. adventure. It's time to explore the island of adventure, Wish Outdoors.